Welcome to Reviews of Reviews, the show where I review movie reviews. Timestamps for each segment are in the description, so if you want to jump around and go to your favorite review, feel free. This week, we're looking at The Great Wall.
We have traveled thousands of miles in search of a weapon more powerful than we have ever known.
The Great Wall. If only there was some topical political subject I could reference and make light of.
Are you ready?
I will build a wall.
We're going to build a wall. We will build a great wall. We're going to build a great wall.
And we're going to have a door in the wall.
We're going to build a wall. I would build a great wall. We're going to build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice.
Our first review comes from across the pond from the Telegraph. The Great Wall review. Watching it feels like repeatedly banging your head against one. By Robbie Collin. I'm excited for this review because the Brits are known for their clever humor and their bluntness, so I feel that we're going to be in for a delicious treat. Collin starts off by saying, one thing the Great Wall gets right is the wallness, because watching it feels like repeatedly banging your head against one. What? The first line in this review is the line they use in the title? Isn't a quote in the title supposed to highlight like the best part of the review and entice you to read further? If you're quoting the first line of your review, that kind of means you have little faith in the review itself. But to be fair, maybe they do things differently in Europe. And by differently, I mean wrong. Collins spends the next 3 paragraphs summarizing the plot, which is that Matt Damon's character, an Irish mercenary. I don't remember them mentioning that he's Irish. Must have been that thick accent he had in the movie.
We came to trade.
An Irish mercenary who finds himself in Song Dynasty, China, on a quest to find gunpowder. One night, Damon's group is attacked by a demon, and Damon kills the demon, and then stumbles upon a Chinese garrison that tells them the demon is called a Tao Tai, and it's an alien demon that attacks the Chinese every 60 years because a Chinese man was greedy once. What was Matt Damon's character's name? I don't even remember them mentioning it. William? And the Spanish dude was named Tovar? I don't remember any of that. Anyway, Collin goes on to say that the script sounds like it's from some 1980s action figure cartoon, which to me that sounds like a compliment because I love cartoons and action figures. Collin also mentions that he wasn't a fan of the dynamic between Matt Damon and Tian Jig, who plays the commander of the Chinese garrison, Commander Lin Mao. I don't know. Collin claims that the two actors have a strange and terrible kind of anti-chemistry. Collin, if you think this is some kind of anti-chemistry, then you're clearly not familiar with the Damon technique. And that means you need to spend 1 minute with Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Because he went out the first day and was like, I'll give you $20 if like we pretend to fight. My kid thinks you're the Joker.
Oh, I love that!
And so he has to send him away every day. You know, get out of here, Joker!
Oh, I
And he
love
does
that!
Ham is tree.
Mr. Soderbergh, today's scene I think would be a good opportunity for me to take my shirt off.
Collin then goes on to say, nothing. That's it. That's the entire review. The review consists of 3 paragraphs summarizing the plot, and then a couple of lines of Collin saying, I didn't like the chemistry. He doesn't mention the visuals, the supporting cast. He even doesn't mention the fact that I hate 3D movies and I think they're gimmicky. This piss poor review goes in the bad pile. And I probably should have expected that. I'm considering the British Empire lost to a bunch of colonists. Our next review comes from two fine young gentlemen at the Silver Spleen YouTube channel.
My name is Petrie Dearman Kuhn, and this is my review of The Great Wall. But wait, I hear you asking, who's this?
SGC here.
Sam.
One of the first things that caught my attention about this review is how they perfectly encapsulate the American and Chinese movie-going experience.
The cinema experience in China was about what I expected. I can't say that a lot of people were on the phone, but I can't say that no one was. I'd never seen anybody answer a voice message asking them what they were doing with a 2-minute clip of the movie that they were sitting watching. But now I've seen it, and so what? Unlike the United States, at least no one shot each other in the cinema.
Dark jokes about mass shootings? I'm on board.
The Great Wall is big and loud and simple.
Like you.
And it's meant to be looked at rather than watched. It doesn't mean that there aren't layers to the movie, it's just that the most satisfying experience you're likely to have with watching this is just letting it kind of wash over you in its audio-visual excess while you snarf popcorn.
This is actually a really good point. The Great Wall is a blockbuster film. It's meant to really tantalize your eyes, and the plot itself is meant to take you from one set piece to another, and that's not a bad thing. It's a great movie to literally go and see, like he says. If you want to go unwind and just take your mind off of the fact that society's falling apart, it's perfect for that.
I don't necessarily think that The Great Wall is a case of whitewashing like everybody said it would be. But I'm white, so maybe I'm lying. The white characters do not end up saving China. And what's the other important thing?
They're not even good people.
Exactly. What about the third thing?
I don't know.
That you brought up before.
Crap.
What doesn't happen?
There is no love relationship
Between...
the Chinese woman and the white guy.
Exactly. The white guy doesn't get the girl. And thank God for that.
I'm glad someone finally brought this up. The whole whitewashing controversy that happened right before this film was released was ridiculous. First of all, like, the three white guys in the film, like he says, are all bad. Like, I mean, they're not really good guys. The cool thing is, like, even towards the end, like, the redemption arc isn't your typical redemption arc that you see. And on top of all that, we all know that Matt Damon isn't white. What the Silver Spleen hints at here is the fact that The Great Wall is basically a Chinese propaganda film. And I love it. I love the Chinese characters, their armor, their cool, like, fighting moves, how they use magnets. It was really, really cool. I am sold. Sign me up for Imperial China. So this is a really good review. It goes in the good pile. The link is in the description. I suggest you check it out. He does a really good job.
The Great Wall is the only barrier keeping the world safe.
So for this final review, I wanted to do something a little bit different. As you all may know, the Internet Movie Database is shutting down its forums. So I've kind of been looking for another website that has forums and talks about movies and things of that nature. And I think I may have found one. But there's a small caveat to that. The site lets anyone kind of post reviews about a wide variety of films. But these are probably some of the strangest reviews I've seen for the Great Wall movie. It's hard for me to kind of explain, so let me show you what I mean. Here, reviewer Dustin H. says, based on the reviews, we came in expecting a lot of flavor. Wow. We were provided the complete opposite. I get it though. This is American Chinese, not a Chinese. I don't think he's referring to the Chinese actors, because I believe they were all born in China and grew up in China and work in China for the most part. I guess this is a jab at Matt Damon, since he was not born in China and can never truly be a Chinese man or Chinaman. And while that was kind of a strange review, it gets weirder. Like this review. The service is fine and they are friendly, but the quality of food is not good. I have been here probably 10 times because of its convenient location. I have never felt like it was a good meal. I don't think it's fair to judge a movie based on the type of food a movie theater serves. Movie theaters, for the most part, are always going to serve cheap, overpriced food because that's where they get all their money. They don't get it from the tickets. So that seems really unreasonable. Another reviewer, Maggie J, does the same thing but gives The Great Wall a positive score, ending her review by stating that the Mandarin chicken and cream cheese puffs are absolutely to die for. I mean, overall the reviews were just strange like that. I didn't get it. Maybe it's like a joke I'm not in on. Or maybe it's because it's a new site, so a lot of the crazies kind of migrated over there first. So we'll see how that develops. Check the site out for yourself. It's called yelp.com. The link is in the description.
Stay and fight. You think they see you as some kind of hero?
Overall, I really enjoyed The Great Wall. I think it is worth seeing in theaters because it is just about the spectacle. Like, there's some really beautiful shots, the way they're fighting, the different moves. There's this crazy, like, I guess, company or battalion that fights by almost bungee jumping and coming back up. It's really, really, really cool. It's a visual feast. Cinematography is done really well. It's in 3D. Personally, I don't like 3D, but I ended up seeing it in 3D. And it was okay. It wasn't jarring, and it wasn't as bad as some 3D films can be. It was clearly shot to be in 3D, so it's not something they added in post-production. But I would recommend you see it in just standard def, because there are some nice wide, like, panoramic shots that seem more compressed or smaller because of the 3D. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's how I saw it. And I love the way it ends. I think they can set it up. I hope this, like, does well enough for them to do a sequel, not about the Great Wall, but of the two characters, Matt Damon's and the Spanish dude, just going off on another adventure. I think they played off each other really well. Like, it'd be great if the next one's, like, in the Hanging Gardens of Babylonia or something like that. And keeping it, like, an ambiguous time period, like it's in the past, but you just don't know when. So definitely go check it out. It's worth seeing in theaters. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like the video, give it a like. If you support Chinese propaganda, definitely give it a like.